So welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we solve the problem of way to increase LCS by 1, which means the problem says that given two string s1 and s2 consisting of lowercase English letter of length n1 and n2 respectively, find the number of ways to insert exactly one character into string s1 such that the length of the longest common subsequence LCS of both strings increases by exactly 1. Got it what I'm saying? Yes. Now the problem says that the problem is you have two string. We have two string s1 and s2. Find current LCS length of s1 and s2. We have to find the LCS, longest common subsequence, s1 and s2, right? Then insert exactly one lowercase character anywhere in s1, right? There are n1 plus 1 possible positions, which means our s1 is n1. We can take this n1 and then we can put any of this in our s1, which means we can pick any of character from here and just put on here. That is the possibilities. Got it what I'm saying? Now for each position you can insert any character, which means from here to here any character we can pick and put it here. Got it? Any character from A to Z. You need to count how many insertion makes new LCS length, how many insertion here. We count each valid position plus character as 1f. So in that, which means the problem is very simple, not a simple thing, but yes, the problem is very brute force. Like you have the character, pick any character from A to Z and put it here, and then we just have to increase the longest common subsequence, and then that's our answer, right? So I just come here, and this is the what comes in the brute force approach in your mind. So the brute force is the try every position, right? Means we can take this one, this two, and then try every position and every characters, right? A to Z for every new string, and then calculate LCS again and again, which means at the first time we can pick this one and put any of the character, and then we just check the LCS again, then come on the second again there is, and then put on the another character, and then again check. So in that we can increase the complexity, right? So this is now in that the brute force is, it will take the 26 of character, so 26, and then n1 plus 1, we have to increase n1 plus 1, which means we have to increase the 1 and into n1 into n2. So that is the time complexity of this. Now can we optimize this? Yes, we can optimize. Better approach I will leave for you, you can try on yourself. I just come on the optimal approach. What do you think? If we have the character and the longest longest common subsequence, so our minds always comes in the brute force, DP, dynamic programming. We pre-compute two DP tables. We pre-compute two DP tables from here, S1 and S2. That is prefix of I and J. Means LCS of S1, so 0 से लेकर के I minus 1 तक, and S2 क्या जाएगा 0 से लेकर के J minus 1 तक. And then suffix DP. Suffix DP which means ये जाएगा कहाँ से? S1 I से N minus 1 तक, S2 J से लेकर के M minus 1 तक. Then for every insertion position I check every index K in S2. K in S2. Right? So this is. Now what is the formula we can use here? So prefix of I and K, and then suffix of I and K plus 1 is equal to original LCS. Got it? Then inserting character. Then inserting character S2K, that is S2K. at position is valid, but same character can appear multiple times, right? So we can use there. So I just come on the DP approach, I write the code, then I will explain what is the code will says. So our that means this is starting. Now we can take the int n is equal to, right, int n is equal to s1 of s1 dot size, got it, and then int m is equal to s2 dot size, got it. Now vector int prefix of n plus 1 and sorry, this is, and then vector int m plus 1 to 0, right. Now again vector int suffix of n plus 1, vector int again, that is the m plus 1 to 0, got it. Now build prefix LCS, right, build. Now here is build prefix LCS. Here is very simple, and approach is like for int I is equal to, from starting from the 1 and go till the n, and I plus plus, got it. And then for int j is equal to 1 से लेकर के j greater than is equal to m and j plus plus. Simple, thousand simple approach. If s1 of I minus 1 is equal to s2 of j minus 1, and then prefix of I j is equal to 1 plus prefix of I minus 1 j minus 1, else prefix of I and j is equal to max of prefix of I minus 1 and j. Simple, correct. And after j, prefix of I and j minus 1, write it here. Now int original LCS is equal to prefix of n and m, right here. Now build suffix LCS table for int n is equal to 1, I is equal to 0 and I minus minus, ठीक है. And then for again int j is equal to m minus 1 from the last to first, right, n minus 1 to j less than is equal to 0 and j plus minus minus, correct. Now if s1 of I is equal to s2 of j, if this is, then suffix of I and j is equal to 1 plus suffix of I plus 1 and j plus 1, right. Else suffix of I and j is equal to max of suffix of I plus 1 and j suffix of I j plus 1. Got it? Now after that only we just have to, there is try every insertion positions. This is the build prefix LCS, build suffix LCS. Now we create the two tables, prefix and the suffix. Now we just have to find the, that means try insertion positions and try matching inserted character with every positions, right? I just write this, then enter answer is equal to simple as 0 we can, and then try every insertion character with every positions in S2. Simple. Now for int pause is equal to 0 to pause button is equal to n and pause plus plus, right? Now here is vector bool valid 26 and false. Got it? Now try matching inserted character with every position in S2, which means for int k is equal to 0, k greater than is equal to m and k plus plus. Int before is equal to prefix of pose and k. Int after is equal to not prefix, that is a suffix, suffix of pose and k plus 1. If before plus after is equal to original LCS valid of S2 k minus a is equal to true. Got it? Now count unique valid character for this position. Simple sa, then for int c is equal to 0 to c greater than is equal to 26 and c plus plus. If is valid of c answer plus plus, return answer. Simple. Now try to check it, right? So there's the problem is int n. Oh sorry, that's my bad. 24 line number. The problem is I just start int but not declared here, right? Which one is this? Okay, so this is from the I. Now try to compile it. Yes, that is the problem. The problem is I just have to check. So here is only a small problem, so I just fix it. And the problem is coming from here, so I fixed it out and then try to compile it and submit it. So yes, it will submit it. So in that, the time complexity of this code is order of n into n1 into n2, right? And then space is same type. Why? Because I am taking the space this one, so space is also n1 into n1 into n2. Time is also n1 into n2 and the space is n1 into n2 both, right? So this is your DP approach. So I think you will like this. So please try to your approach and put in my comment.